Sanctioned. Sanction. Sanction, meaning authoritative permission or approval that makes a course of action valid. Support or encouragement, as from public opinion or established custom. A consideration, influence, or principle that dictates an ethical choice. The penalty for non-compliance with a law or legal order. A penalty specified or in the form of moral pressure that acts to ensure compliance with a social standard or norm. A coercive measure adopted usually by several nations acting together against a nation violating international law. Sanctioning sanctions to give official authorization or approval to, for example, voting rights that are sanctioned by law. To encourage or tolerate by indicating approval. His colleague sanctioned his new research. To penalize as for violating a moral principle or international law. Half of the public defenders of accused murderers were sanctioned by the bar for legal misbehavior or incompetence. Sanction. Conforming to orthodox or recognized rules. Sanction. Formally approved and invested with legal authority. Sanction. Established by authority, given authoritative approval. Sanctioned. Generally approved or agreed upon. Having or arising from authority. Adhering to beliefs or practices approved by authority or tradition. Sanctioned. Synonyms of sanctioned: accepted, allowed, okayed, warranted, approved, licensed, permitted, accredited, confirmed, empowered. Sanctioned. Also meaning accustomed, acknowledged, allowed, approved, arrived at, authorized, chosen, universal, unopposed, welcomed, confirmed, conventional, credited, current, customary, endorsed, established, fashionable, legit, normal, okayed, orthodox, past, popular, preferred, received, recognized, regular, sanctioned, standard, straight, time-honored. Authoritative, authorized. Legal. Acknowledged, allow, authorized, chartered, clean. Constitutional, contractual, decreed, sound, statutory, straight, sure enough, valid, warranted. Within the law, due, enforced, enforceable, fair, forensic, granted. Judged, judicial, juridical. Just, justifiable, justified, lawful, legalized, legit, legitimate, licit, on the level, ordained, pass, prescribed, proper, protected, right, rightful, legitimate, accepted, correct, natural, received, accredited, customary, normal, recognized, sanctioned, statutory, reasonable, verifiable, warranted. Sanction. An action that is taken or an order that is given to force a country to obey international laws by limiting or stopping trade with that country, by not allowing economic aid for that country, official permission or approval. A formal decree, obsolete, something that makes an oath binding. The detriment, loss of reward, or coercive intervention annexed to a violation of a law as a means of enforcing the law. a consideration, principle, or influence that impels moral action or determines moral judgment. A mechanism of social control for enforcing a society's standards, explicit or official approval, permission, or ratification. An economic or military coercive measure adopted usually by several nations in concert for forcing a nation violating international law to desist yield to adjudication. Sanction. Allowance, authorization, clearance, concurrence, consent, granting green light, leave, license, permission, sufferance, warrant. Interdiction, prohibition, proscription would be the opposite of sanction. Sanction. Sanction, to give official permission or approval for an action. Impose a sanction or penalty on. Sanction. Read all about sanction. 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 Sanction.